Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Friday, May 30th, the last trading day of the month. As you know, if you've been following us, the last 4 or 5 days of every given month, we cut our trading size in half just in case we have run into a little trouble. We don't get hit too hard, so we don't risk as much on towards the end of any month. But we haven't done a video in a few days, so we figured we'd do the video showing this morning and last evening's trades. We did have 4 trades, pulled out 19.7 pips, left a bunch on the table, as you'll see, but you know, it is what it is. We'll go over and kind of look at what we were doing and what we were thinking. We'll go over them in no particular order. First trade you're looking at here is euro to yen. We were long this 138.364. You know, it went against us a little bit. You know, these are more swing trades rather than pure scalps. So, you know, we're going to risk 40, 50, you know, 60 pips, that range, possibly as high as 100 pips, depending on the size of the position and how much you're willing to risk, obviously. But we weren't stopped out here. We picked up 9.3 pips literally after we get out, maybe 15, 20, a half an hour, whatever. It pops, as you see there. So we left a bunch on the table on this trade. You know, we made 9.3 after being down, I don't know, about being down about 25, 30 pips or so. You know, some people will argue, well, you risk so much to make so little. But no, we don't look at it that way. We know the level where we're looking to get out, so we know the level that we're willing to risk. We know the amount of equity we're willing to risk. We have a profit target, which we're shooting for, but you have to make a decision. Do you stick with the profit target or do you get out? Same thing on a stop side. Do you wait and get stopped, or do you make a decision? Which you'll see, there was a trade that we lost where we never got stopped out. You know, we probably shouldn't have got out, but we took a small loss on it. So, you know, you can't be so mechanical. You have to make human decisions. But anyway, so on that trade we picked up 9.3 pips. Second trade was pound to Swiss franc. We were long this 1.50080. Went in our favor right off the bat. It was slow moving. This was, I believe, yesterday afternoon, if I remember correctly. You know, late yesterday, yesterday evening. Picked up 5.6 pips. Like I said, it was just moving slow. You know, if we would have held it, you know, overnight, it made a pop. Would we have been trading at 3 o'clock in the morning? No. Could we have set our profit target lower? Of course, you know, and we could have made more. But you know, we took the profit and we moved on. Next trade was Swiss franc to Japanese yen. This is what I was referring to earlier. We were long this 113.345. Again, you know, we're looking at risking 40, 50 pips thereabouts. If I remember correctly, the exact number. You know, we were in this sort of like the same time we were in that last trade we just showed you. We were already out of the euro to yen, so it's, you know, just we were up 5 and change on the pound. This was franc. We were up 9 and change on the euro to yen. So let's just take the small loss and move on. Between the 3 trades, we're up, I don't know, about 10, 11, 12 pips, whatever the number is. So we took the small loss. You see what happens here. Never stopped us out, and then reversed, and then this morning just took off with the news. This was actually news from Canada, which greatly impacted the Swiss franc to Japanese yen. You know, made a nice pop. So you could argue we definitely left some on the table, and I would totally agree with that because we know what we're willing to risk. But we, again, as stated earlier, we made a decision just to you know, human decision just to get out, and because we were already up for the first 2 trades. And then the last trade you're going to look at here is the euro, the CAD. We were long this 1.47554. Again, we know what we're willing to risk. You know, nowhere near getting stopped out, and starts to rip. We're actually up more than this. We were when we were looking at it and trading 1.47. I remember seeing 7.576, but it was so fast. You know, when we got out, it started to pull in real quick. You know, you got to realize you're looking at a 30-minute chart here. You know, it's fluctuating back and forth as it's moving up. So we picked up 9.3 again on this trade. and then boom, within it was moving. We could have waited, but if you don't take the profit, what if this thing, what if the news is disseminated incorrectly, or a big seller sees the news differently than the buyers, and the big seller is able to overwhelm the buyers, and it reverses, and before you know it, you got a loss. So we took it and we moved on. Literally, it popped up to 80, 85, actually 90. Oh my God, it must have been 8 minutes later. But it's definitely left 20, 25, 30 pips on the table there. But again, it's human reactions and whatnot. But we'll take it after the 3 trades up 19.7, 4 trades up 19.7 pips. Not great, not awful, not a bad way to end the month though, I'll tell you that. So that's it, we're going to wrap it up. No more signals will be going out for the rest of today. It is it's a Friday, it's the end of the month. So we're going to wrap it all up. We have no positions, and we'll be moving on to June. So if you are trading your own strategy, your own signals, good luck the rest of the day, and have a great weekend.